What's up, everybody? I'm resurrecting an old series of mine. I don't know why I made that voice, but resurrecting Weapons of Black Ops, mainly because my old video, the first one, is getting a lot of attention, and that's due to the fact that Black Ops is, what, only 12 days away? What is today, the 28th? So you got 2, 3, something like that, 12 days away, like a week. Yeah, 12 days. My math's rusty. Been out of school too long. But, basically, before I start on this episode, though, since, the last episode was about the Dragunov, I had a lot of people come to that video and say, oh man, this isn't Black Ops gameplay. I figured, I wouldn't have to deal with the haters, but I was wrong. I should have known that people were coming to the videos saying, oh man, this kid's just trying to get views with his crappy COD 4 gameplay, claiming it's Black Ops gameplay. I am not that dumb. I did not think that. The whole point of this series was to talk about the weapons that are coming back, kind of a brief history on them, like how they were used in the game, kind of how they played out, and what to expect from them in the next game. Basically, it was an avenue to discuss theories on what guns will be like in the series and a little history on them. That was all. Apparently, people were offended that I thought I made that pretty clear. In fact, I still think I've made it fairly obvious, but whatever. I just want to get that out of the way right out of the get-go here. So today we're using the Skorpion, though. Skorpion is notorious for being that no-recoil close combat beast, which it is. You don't see a lot of people using it, mainly because of the small magazine size. Now, the Skorpion is a Czechoslovakian weapon. A lot of people think that it's Russian, and I think that's a common misconception. It is a Czechoslovakian weapon. The thing you want to keep in mind about that, though, is during the the Cold War era, all those Slavic nations were kind of under Russian influence, so it got used from that. But I think it was mainly used by a lot of times today you'll see it's still used a little bit today, by like drug lords and like people like that, because it's not really a good infantry weapon. They did try to make an infantry model of it with a larger cartridge on it. This shoots the 9x18 pistol cartridge, which is the same round that the Makarov shoots, which is also in Black Ops. But the combat model, they tried to put a wood stock on it and make it shoot a 9x19 pistol round, which is a little bit bigger than the other ones, and didn't really go over too hot. It was never really used just because the effective range on the Skorpion is, I think, probably around 30-25 meters, somewhere along that. So it doesn't have much range, which is a lot different than how it plays out in this game. Because in this game, it is notorious for being able to snipe people across the map and get that headshot, especially with stopping power. The other day, I was playing with my boy Jug, and I got a snipe from a guy under the oil well on Vacant, and I was at the back of Vacant, back in that back by the drywall, and I got him all the way under the oil well with 2 shots to the head. So it doesn't have a lot of recoil. It's like that in real life, not a lot of recoil, because it kind of has that blowback design. I do believe this fires the bullet with the bolt closed, so that might be one of the reasons why the recoil is a little lower. But for that, you do trade range, which is, depends on what you're going for. This is a close combat weapon and it does a lot of damage, so if you're going for that, this is an effective weapon. But if not, you might want to think about, other options. So like I said, it does have a 10-round magazine. That's how it is, and I think that's how it is in this game. That's how it is in real life as well, as you hear me knock my controller off for the millionth time. But that's how it is in real life as well. Sometimes you'll see it with the extended magazine, which holds about 20. So they are shooting the pistol cartridges, a 9x18 pistol cartridge, and they do have a civilian model that shoots a 9x17, short pistol rounds. So they did make that. I don't really think it ever caught on, but the combat model of this, which like I said, never really got popular, did have a wood stock. This does have the folding stock on it, like in this game, because this is the VZ61 variant. I think there's about 4 variants of it, not counting the civilian model. Each of them had little various tweaks to them. One of them shot at a higher rate of fire. I think this one in general shoots about 850 rounds per minute. Some of the others shot around 900. Don't quote me on that because I'm not really sure, because you don't see a lot of Skorpion information out there. I don't really know a whole lot about it. I remember I did watch a documentary talking about this gun once, saying how it basically was it's one of those guns that gets popular mainly because it's cheap to fire, and a lot of drug lords and stuff used it. So I mean, it was used during the Cold War, and it will be back in Black Ops. So we'll see how that plays out. You can akimbo it in Black Ops, so that'll be interesting. I'm also kind of interested to see how the ammo system works in Black Ops, because like I said, this shoots the same round as one of the pistols that is coming back in Black Ops. And if you walk over that body, will you get ammo for the Skorpion? I think that would only make sense, but who knows? Call of Duty's notorious for having stupid glitches like that. Logical things would happen, but I don't know. I don't know how hard it would be to make it so that the same types of ammo refill same guns. I know that's not always the case in these games. I know it happens sometimes. Like in this, if you walk over an AK with an AK, you'll get ammo, but I don't know why I'm talking about this, because this is pretty obvious. But one of the main advantages of the Skorpion in this game was the fact that you could basically walk in and take out maybe... If it was a 2-on-1 situation, close combat, the Skorpion usually had an advantage just because of the high rate of fire and how much damage the bullet does. But the bullet doesn't really have a lot of penetration power, and the magazine's so short that it really limited what you could do with it in this game. I'm no ex-cal, so this is probably one of the better gameplays I've had with the Skorpion, at least since I've been replaying COD 4. I might have had some better gameplays back during its heyday, but for this, I'm definitely pleased with the outcome of this, because I was rushing pretty heavily. But right there you see, I didn't reload, but if I would have had my Skorpion, I probably could have sniped that guy. It really has no recoil, because it's just, I mean, it shoots such a small round, it doesn't really have to have a, it's not going to have a recoil on it. But I don't know, I've always liked the Skorpion just for its novelty. It's not really that good of a gun in this game, to be honest. I'm curious to see how it plays out in Black Ops. It looks almost exactly the same in Black Ops, so you can only assume that it's the VZ61, which I was already assuming would be in there anyways, because it was the most widely used version of the Skorpion. Since you can dual wield it, I wonder how much that'll increase its effectiveness, because like I said, it was really weakened by the fact that you couldn't walk into crowds and just kind of have at them, because if you walked into a room of 3 people, most likely you weren't going to get them all, just due to the fact you wouldn't have enough ammunition because it has such a small magazine. But I think the dual wielding might actually change that and make it a fun weapon to use. So I guess we'll see. I mean, that would severely limit its ability to snipe with it, but it would definitely be fun to use, which is the only reason I ever use a Skorpion. But I don't know, if you're not playing for fun, I don't really know why you're playing. But anyways, this is kind of winding down. I have exhausted my limited knowledge about the Skorpion. It is a machine pistol or submachine gun, depending on how you want to classify it, and it shoots really fast and does a lot of damage up close, but it sucks at long range, except in COD 4, because COD 4 isn't like real life. Okay, there we go. That's the summary right there. The Skorpion in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you didn't really think this was Black Ops gameplay. We're just talking about the history. I'll see you guys next time. I'll try to get one more of these out before Black Ops comes out, but before then, peace.